Good afternoon, one last time this season from Lady Cat Field. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside color analyst Tim Roach. Just color analyst today.
Yeah.
Well, and fan. And fan Tim Roach.
Of course.
And surprise, we are back a wee bit early for our final broadcast, our final softball broadcast of the season. I know I told people last week that was our last game we were doing together.
But you lied.
I lied. So impending storms on Friday.
Yeah.
Senior night has been moved up 2 days, and we are happy to have it for you live here on Conway Corp.
Yeah, it's going to be Central actually just got here. And so
you are not kidding.
Everything's out of whack. Normally they're here at least about an hour and a half before first pitch, and they just arrived. So things are going to be a little bit scattered. We've got a lot of pregame stuff related to some of the senior activities, and then afterwards as well. But we'll all get it in. It looks like the weather's going to hold out, and it's going to be a good night.
And all of these seniors, big-time contributors on the field. You've got center fielder Aubrey Webb, right fielder Breland Conley, shortstop Amory Standridge, second baseman Ella White, and manager Mia Webb.
Yeah, all contributors, and some of them have contributed for many years now, and exciting to get them on their way into the next level of their life. But, hey, they still got some softball to play. Let's do it.
We're going to ride the crowd mic so you can hear some of this. We have a little first pitch ceremony with the seniors and someone who's been special to them.
This is a cool little deal.
The first pitch up, Mr. S for Breland Conley. Mr. S is a great teacher and an awesome neighbor. He's always enthusiastic and fun to be around. He's also pretty hilarious. Anyone that has had Mr. S as a teacher always has good stuff to say about him because he's the coolest teacher in town. Thank you, Mr. S, for being uplifting and positive around me and all of your students. Mr. S. Our next senior and teacher, Amory Standards, for Coach Bean. Thank you for being not just a great coach, but an amazing mentor. You're an extraordinary role model and have impacts in so many lives, including mine. Coach Bean.
Coach Bing has been around the athletic program in Conway for a long, long time. Good to see her.
Our next senior and teacher, Aubrey Webb, and teacher Miss Bowers. Thank you for impacting my life in such an amazing way. You've taught me so much as a person and in the kitchen. You're so amazing, and I'm so thankful to have had you as a teacher. I will never forget you. Miss Bowers.
I'll never forget you. Touching.
Yeah.
Next, senior Mia Webb and teacher Miss Bratton.
I still remember some of my teachers.
She is the best teacher I've ever had. She gives the best advice and listens to all the gossip I have to share. She has been a positive impact on my life. Miss Bratton.
So she's a part of the gossip train.
So you remember your teachers. I guarantee they also remember you.
No.
Infamous Tim Roach.
No.
And our final senior,
Not true.
Ella White and teacher Miss Hymas. Miss Hymas believed in me when I did not believe in myself. She gave me confidence and has left an impact on my life that I will cherish forever. I am very thankful that she pushed me out of my comfort zone because it made me the person that I am today. Miss Hymas.
Nice pitch.
That's some pressure.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it.
Thank you, teachers.
Have you ever had to do a first pitch ceremony?
No, and I'd like to do it one time. Just one time.
Maybe your last broadcast ever. We're gonna get you.
No, I don't want to do it then.
Gonna get you up there.
My emotions would reign supreme.
So again, congrats to these seniors. Center fielder Aubrey Webb, right fielder Breland Conley, shortstop Amory Standridge, second baseman Ella White, not to be confused with Eli White, of course, and manager Mia Webb. I was listening back to the senior day broadcast from a year ago, earlier today, and you mentioned, it doesn't sound like a lot when you've got 4 seniors that are, on the field playing. You have your manager as well. But 4 or 5 seniors, it's actually a pretty decent-sized class for softball.
It absolutely is. And I can remember, several years especially during like Chad Longing's tenure. That's when I really became familiar with the softball program because I had a niece, Bailey Prout, that played on the team for 4 years. And, senior teams were normally onesie twosies. And some of that is that throughout the course of the class, there are a lot of things. Spring sports are difficult to manage through. There's a lot of activities going on with school. There's a lot of different things that happen. And so to have people that stay with you for 4 years or through that senior year, it's just not that – you don't see it that often. So my daughter's class was we had 5, and everybody was like, wow, how big is that? So it's really good to see that Chada's got girls hanging around for several years to go through the program.
You want to go ahead and tell them they can play some music? I mean, they should be playing music right now, right?
Yeah, they should. But,
you can give them a little heads up.
I will.
We, Coach Tim. No, he's not Coach Tim. Tim mentioned that Central, this game's been chaotic this week, to say the least, because weather coming in on Friday, they wanted to try and get ahead of it. They rescheduled to today. Central just got here in the nick of time. Tim Roach, I've never seen you chase down a starting lineup quite as haggardly as you did today, but you had to.
Well, this was a great story because I finally found what I thought would be one of the coaches who would have a say in the matter. And he said, I don't have it. and so he said, but that guy over there does. And so I finally got to the head coach who was talking with Chada, and he said, okay, yeah, I can get you the card. And she goes, yeah, I meant to tell you you're going to be on TV tonight. And he goes, what? And so it was a little bit of a shock. Yeah, it was a whole thing. He goes, no, and all the kids over there, the team, they were pretty excited, by the way, to be on TV. They did not know what was going on. But so he handed me the roster or the lineup card, and he goes, yeah, this is going to be real special for us. And I think he was being sarcastic. I'm not sure. So.
I mean, the way you delivered it, I'm gonna go with that as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we're gonna take a little bit of a break here. When we come back, we'll get you all set for Central and Conway. It's senior day here on Conway Corp.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp, always on.
Live today here at Lady Cat Field, the final softball broadcast of this spring sports broadcast season. He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert, and it's senior day. If you were watching a little bit earlier, you got to see the first pitch ceremony where each senior gets to pick a teacher or faculty of some type that has meant a lot to them during their school journey, their high school journey. Or well, I guess they could select some folks from junior high or wherever as well.
Well, and actually, and Coach Bing, one of them was Coach Bing, and she, I'm not sure where she is right now, but there was a time there, a long time, she was in 7th grade, and she was coaching in the 7th grade. So a lot of these girls, that's their first entry point. It is in our program. For a school-based team, it's 7th grade is when that whole thing starts, and so you can start some connections with some coaches there. My kids, all 3 of my kids, were impacted by Coach Lampy, and in the 7th grade. Now, my daughter, because Lampy was just a great coach around. He didn't coach the girls, but he was a real mentor for her. So, and they remember that relationship, and they're all still really good friends. And those coaches, they're called coach for the rest of their lives, no matter where they are.
Coach Lampy, yeah, he's a classic. I mean,
that's a fair point.
Listen,
that's a fair point.
He is a great source of football knowledge for me during football season.
Yeah, no,
to say the least.
He gets to know these kids. He's one of those kind of coaches that really gets to know the kids. I mean, our coaches do a great job, all of them do, but he's really, really interested in that whole process, and that's a good thing.
Well, Tim, it hasn't even been a week since our last broadcast, but your Lady Cats, they've been pretty busy in the last 5 days. So they played a non-conference game against Southside on Monday. Then they traveled to Jonesboro yesterday, that little, little trip, for a 6A Central game. So after managing only one run against Cabot last Friday, the offense found its footing again. They had 10 runs against Southside and 20 runs against Jonesboro.
Well, we got a chance to talk to Coach Longing, Salty Longing, before the game, and I actually asked the question. I said, "So what's the deal? What happened with just the one run against Cabot?" I mean, she pitched very well. I'll give her that. She spotted her ball up very well, but we hit the ball a lot. We didn't strike out hardly any.
Yeah, I think he said 7 hits in the game.
Had 7, which was one less than what Cabot had. Our thing was, though, we didn't have timely hits. And so you see that in softball and baseball with a team that's just clicking right along, and all of a sudden you get hits, but nobody's on, and you can't move people around. Then you get a double play, and you get a pop-up that's unfortunate, that kind of thing. And so it happens. And so the Cabot game, while it was a big loss, to be honest, you didn't want to lose that ball game. That put us solidly in the 3rd spot.
Yeah, because of the Conway had beat Cabot earlier in the conference schedule, but just by 2 runs. Cabot ends up beating us by, I think the final margin was 6, so they get 5 runs for the tiebreaker. So, yeah, currently your Lady Wampus Cats are in that 3 spot. They still have a game with Bryant, which will end the conference schedule, and I think Cabot still has a game with Bryant as well. We'll have to pull that up at some point. So, some things can maybe still happen, but currently your Lady Cats in the 3 spot, and in a favorable spot to finish 3.
Yeah. So when you say favorable, what I agree with that. It's you're solidly in the 3. That's the basement.
Yeah. Because you've already beaten North Little Rock twice.
Yeah.
And they're behind you at 4.
Yeah. It's about, at this point, it's about trying to get them move up, and we played Bryant pretty well at their place. Had the bases loaded late and didn't come through with the timely hit to get it across. And Bryant's got to come here. And, it's just different playing in at the Visitors Park. So we'll have a good home crowd. It'll be the last home game of the season. And so I don't toss away the Bryant game at all just yet. I mean, they're a really good ball club. But and we'll have our hands full, but I think it's a good opportunity for us to maybe get a surprising win.
Yeah, that Bryant game, last conference game of the season, that's next Friday, so a week from this Friday, May 3rd. Mm-hmm. We won't have that game because we'll have the baseball game, but Six Legs Productions will
be here.
Have the softball game against Bryant. That's not the last game of the year, though, of the regular season for your Lady Cats. They still have a non-conference game. I think it's on Monday.
Yeah, against Sheridan.
Yeah, so before the state tournament starts that Thursday. Lady Cats also still playing. It's up in the air currently because of this weather coming through. Right. But there is a game on the schedule tomorrow with Greenwood. Don't have final word yet on if that's still going to happen or not. I was talking to Coach Hickey earlier. TBD, but it's still currently on the schedule for tomorrow, which is why this game had to be moved to today. That was really the only place to put it. Let's go ahead and talk about Central. The Lady Tigers, they're a game under 500 in their overall record. All of their conference losses have come to the 4 teams ahead of them in the standings. So North Little Rock, Cabot, Bryant, and your Conway Lady Cats. Yeah,
they're talking about solidly entrenched. They are in for the state tournament in the 6th spot, I think. Is that right? Are they in the 6th spot?
They're 3 and 7. They may be in the 5th spot.
I think they're in the 5 because Jonesboro and Southwest are fighting for that last spot. And so they're a good team. They've got some holes in the lineup. It should be a good win for the Lady Cats, all things being equal. But again, it's the reason why you play the game. it's weird how this game works, and so we've got to get our bats back alive, and it looks like, to your point, that the trend toward that has happened over the last couple of games, and maybe we can see a good offensive output here tonight.
Going to go ahead and take another break here, just a few minutes away. Central's still doing their warm-ups here. We'll have the meeting at the plate between the umpires and coaches, and then we've got a few little extra finishes for this senior day that are coming up.
Exciting. As
well. But after this break here on Conway Corp.
Hello, my name is Faye Hedera. Welcome to this episode of Meet the Conwegians. The experience of being able to sit across from someone who's so warm and energetic was really a privilege. It was fun and it was an honor, and I'm happy that I got to be a small part of saying thank you on behalf of our community.
At Conway Corp, we've been committed to meeting the changing water needs of this community since 1930 and are poised to once again make the necessary changes to meet future needs. Our engineering team is working on an expansion of the Roger Q. Mills water treatment plant in Northwest Conway. It was built in the 1960s with a 1 million gallon daily capacity and has expanded several times to reach the current capacity, which is 24 MGD. Plans are in place to expand to 32 MGD. Now, in addition to this expansion, our crews are working on 2 other projects that will help meet the needs for decades to come of this community. One is a parallel line from Brewer Lake, our city's water source, that will go to the water treatment plant, and the other is a long-term plan to receive more water from Greer's Ferry Lake. We're dedicated to providing clean, safe water for current residents and for all Conwegians that will come after us. Conway Corp, always on.
Gamer Gab.
Ashton likes to steal quite a bit.
It's
like
too
she's kind
soon
of a
for this.
kleptomaniac. So, what do you think that says about her as a person?
I might steal. I might steal a lot, okay? I'll admit it. But what I don't do, I don't murder people. I mean, unless they get in my way of stealing.
It is a virtual environment, so there's the opportunity to do some things you might not normally do.
Gamer Gab.
Go.
Back live at Lady Cat Field. Little Rock Central Lady Tigers still in their pregame warm-ups. After that, we'll have the have you seen Blues yet?
Yeah, no, that's the other trigger mark here is you got to have umpires. There are a lot of things you have to pull off a game, and one of them is umpires. Unfortunately, as you would know from me, unfortunately, you have to have officials.
Man.
Yeah. But you know what I thought they did the last time we were here? I thought that the umpiring was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's great.
I didn't have anything bad to say about anybody. So.
Which, I mean, if you did, you would have said it. Because that's just how you are.
There's no getting away from it. But I come by it honestly. I come from a family of complainers. So.
Yeah, well. Most of my family pretty positive. I think I'm the negative.
You're the naysayer. You're the one that you got that.
Unfortunately. He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert, and today is the 5th of 6 broadcasts that we've been doing this spring, all on consecutive Fridays until today.
Yeah.
We had to move it up to Wednesday because of a storm front that's coming. When does it start actually coming through?
You know what? The clouds today are the precursor, but I think it really does start kind of tomorrow late. So, yeah, Thursday was not an option either. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Friday expected to be
washout.
So wisely they got this game moved. I'm concerned because baseball did not move
I
theirs.
was really surprised that they didn't. I think we wanted to move it to tonight, and they didn't want to do it. So for whatever reason, you got to have both sides have to agree that it's the right thing to do. So.
Well, the real problem for them is they already have 3 games scheduled for next week.
The baseball schedule next week is brutal. They've got 2 games back-to-back games against Bryant, but leading into that, they have Catholic
on Tuesday, Bryant on the road on Thursday, and then Bryant at home on Friday, which we'll have that game for you live on Conway Corp. It's Senior Day here for your Lady Cats. 5 seniors being honored today. Center fielder Aubrey Webb right fielder Breland Conley, shortstop Amory Standridge, second baseman Ella White, and manager Mia Webb. So those familiar names for Conway fans, and a lot of them, I mean, have been seeing field action for more than just this year.
A lot of family and friends here to celebrate the night. I actually had kind of a different moment here with Jeff Standridge, who
I saw
is
Jeff
he's
go by.
related to obviously to Amory, but he's here, and so when the celebrities are out, it's a big.
Oh, man.
It's a big
Finally
deal.
someone to compete with you, Tim
Yeah,
Rose.
no, his ego is way beyond mine, so it's not a thing. Way beyond mine.
You former Axiom folks.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to hold it down over there.
We moved on. I love the Axiom side of things. This is going to be, they're meeting, the coaches are meeting, obviously, in the screen there. You see them with the umpires. They're kind of laying what they do. By the way, I know everybody, there's some folks like, what's going on with this kind of meeting? This happens at every ball game. They literally talk about what's kind of important, what some of the things that they're going to be watching for, so that everybody's on the same page. But there's also, which is interesting in our at the high school level, is Chada lays out, and that's what she's doing right here. She's laying out what's in play and what is not in play. What happens if the ball hits the rolled up tarp at the side of the field? Those kinds of little things. This is the unique dynamic at Lady Cat Field, and so just make sure that everybody's aware of, because every field is different.
Central coached by Donald Howard. The Lady Tigers 7-8 overall, 3-7 in conference play, in the 5 spot in the 6A Central. Even though 7 teams, just like basketball, even though there's 7 teams in the Central, 6 teams still make it to the state tournament, which starts 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow.
First 2 teams get a bye. I mean, that's the reason why the 3rd spot is tough, because you're in a tough spot there. First 2 teams get a bye. So we'd love to be number 2, but we got a long way to go to get there.
Lady Cats come into today's game 13-7-1 overall, and 8-2 in 6A Central play. So after the loss on Friday, which was our last broadcast, the loss to Cabot, Conway won 2 games leading up to this game. So they played on Monday, a non-conference game with Southside, which the Mavericks at the bottom of the 6A West. That was a 10-0 game. And then, of course, Jonesboro yesterday on the road. Lady Cats got a conference win. All right, starting lineups about to get underway here.
Number 27, shortstop Kimberly Morrow. Batting second, number 12, second baseman Ava Walker. Batting third, number 5, third baseman McKaylee Thacker. Batting fourth, catcher Amari Blackwell. Batting fifth, pitching, number 3, Hallie Tucker. Batting sixth, number 16, first baseman Samaya Ledbetter. Batting seventh, left fielder Zoe Webb. Batting eighth, number 17, right fielder Kyla Sanders. And batting ninth, number 6, center fielder Maya Buchanan. And now it's time for your Lady Cats. Leading off, number 4, center fielder Aubrey Webb. Batting second, number 1, second baseman Ella White. Batting third, catching, number 3, Jenna Harrington. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 12, Shelby Brock. Batting fifth, number 21, shortstop, Amory Standridge. Batting sixth, number 9, pitcher, Sylvia King. Batting seventh, number 10, third baseman, Talia Augustine. Batting eighth, number 17, left fielder, Mads Williams. And batting ninth, number 5, right fielder, Breland Conley. Now please rise and remain standing for the Conway High School JROTC Color Guard presentation, followed by the pledge, a moment of silence, and then tonight's national anthem will be sung by senior Ella White. Please continue to stand while the color guard exits the field. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
The colors are being retired. Ella White, where you been my whole
Man.
life?
Are you kidding me?
Why are we playing the national anthem every week?
I mean, that should be every week. Can she come back for like the football and basketball? My goodness.
Special senior day for these Lady Cats, and
Wow.
that was senior Ella White,
Yeah.
singing your national anthem.
Well, the White family, very athletic family, and also very vocally talented, although I don't know that anybody else in her family can sing. I personally know Logan and Caden, those guys, and I don't think they can sing. So,
Well, that you know of.
that I know of. Boy, she put it out there. That's awesome.
I asked her father was telling us earlier that she was going to be singing, and he wasn't underplaying it. He was letting us know it was going to be good.
Yeah.
And I, me being the choir kid that I was like, well, is she in choir? What's going on? And it's difficult because she's an athlete.
She's always. I mean, sometimes you got to choose. But I'll also say this. I mean, there's a packed crowd here from the Conway side that you had to sing in front of. It's your senior night, and then you look out and all the baseball guys are out there across the field. I mean that's and she'll know all of them. What kind of pressure? And she absolutely nailed it. Just a great job by Ella.
When you got pipes, you don't let the pressure get to you.
You don't care. You put it out there. I know what that's like.
She was very nonchalant about it. Like, I got this.
Wow. Good stuff.
Well, it's been an interesting day. Of course, this game was supposed to be played on Friday. Had to be moved up. We've talked about it because of weather. Central was here in the nick of time. But I'll tell you who was on point. Ella White.
Yeah. She's the only one so far that really, I mean, our JROTC all came through. Our PA guy did great. Ella did great. She really knocked it out of the park.
You did great.
Yeah.
Switching the cables. It was a whole production.
I was
Jeff
hoping
Matthews did great. Telling her when she could sing. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Happy to have all of the sights and sounds for you on Senior Day here on Conway Corp. Leading off for Central, the shortstop Kinley Morrow. It's strange when you're not doing PA, Tim. I actually have to say it.
Well, it's hard for me because I tend to that's my normal roll into a ball game. But good to just have this piece of it. So Central starting off with looks like a little speedster right out of the gate. We have both Shelby and Talia are both playing well back at short and back at second. Ella and Amory are playing back.
It's a 1-1 count on Morrow.
Smallish strike zone.
That swung on, grounded over to the right side, taken in easily by Shelby Brock, and there's a one away here to start the first.
Good start. Love those. They're well placed right in front of the bag. Not a lot of problems there.
3 unassisted. I like those.
Yeah, it's the best kind. Roll it to the first baseman, let him step on the bag, and move to the next. Good pitch that time by Sylvia.
Up next, second baseman Ava Walker. Another one on the more compact side.
Yeah, probably a little bit of a speedster. Again, we're playing up on the corners. Back at the short and second. Sylvia's got a lot of control. She can really run it up and down and outside, inside. The Cabot game, the last game that we had broadcast, they had a couple of timely hits, big flies, where they knocked in some runs. Other than that, really, I mean, we pretty much stayed with them in terms of hits. They just had real timely hits. But she pitched a good game, I thought.
Sylvia's worked into a 1-2 count.
Here's the other thing, too. You got Jenna Carrington behind the plate, and she's really good at blocking the ball. So Sylvia's got an opportunity to really kind of do what she wants to with the pitch. She's got a high trust factor with Jenna back there. They're sophomores. They've been working together since their freshman year. And as I say that, then Jenna lets one go. But there's nobody on the bag.
2-2 the count now. These two teams faced off back in, earlier this month, April 2nd. It's an 11-0 win for your Lady Cats. It's a strikeout there for Sylvia King, her first of the day.
Nice. Good location there. Rays had a little bit of a rise ball there up in the zone. Got the swing through.
Brings on McKaylee Thacker, third baseman, with no one on and 2 outs.
First chance to throw it a lefty. Changes the eye a little bit. Great pitch.
Got a strike on that outside edge. That's going to be there for you.
Yeah,
I
right
like
there.
that.
Yeah, but you know what? I really thought that was a good pitch. To be honest, I think it was right there on the black.
Yeah. Swinging there, fouled away, and it's 0-2.
No wind to speak of. Get your clouds again, Levi. You're batting 1,000 on your forecasting here. But no wind to speak of. The ball will just, if you get it out of here, you're just going to muscle it through.
Thacker leans into that one, a liner straight to Ella White for out number 3, 4 unassisted, and the Central Lady Tigers go down in order here in the first. Bottom half coming up next on Conway Corp.
Gamer Gab.
There's no soul to games.
It's too ridiculous to be a glitch.
Bombastic side-eye.
All the games that have released have been lackluster at best.
Gamer Gab.
Go.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base. That's what happens when you go 3 up, 3 down.
It's supposed to be part of your exit line, going into the break, not coming away from.
Well, I like to remind folks, especially when I don't say it at the right time. I say remind. What I really mean is just letting people know.
Yeah. So this is our first chance to get to see the Central pitcher.
Hallie Tucker. Was it Hallie or Haley?
Hallie.
Hallie, okay.
Yeah, Hallie. Yeah, H-A-L-I. So there's some different pronunciations. And the thing, as a PA guy, it is a thing for me. I've faced down enough parents with incorrect pronunciation of names.
You were facing down Central's coach.
Yeah.
Earlier, trying to get that lineup.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. I don't know what I'm going to do next week when you're gone.
You'll go down and you'll hunt down and get the lineup card. That's what you do.
That's what will happen. Yeah,
you're right.
You're right.
Suck it up.
I do things when I have to.
Buttercup.
Ask my wife.
only when you have to.
That's not what I said. You read into it what you will.
Okay.
Leading off for your Lady Cats. Senior center fielder, Aubrey Webb.
That's senior.
Hitting over 300 on the year.
Good stick here. Got the split hands.
First pitch up near her head for ball one.
Good description there. It didn't look like it phased her much, though. They're playing up at the corners as well.
1-0 pitch on the way, down in the zone for ball two.
We don't have, I think we have what we said last week, 1 or 2 that slap, maybe 3 if they need to, but mostly we're swing away team.
If you're watching on Channel 5, there is a little crawl or a little 6 legs bug showing up on your screen on the bottom. It's because a replay was supposed to run today, but the game got moved up. So if you're seeing that on your screen, if you're watching on Channel 5 here in Conway, just ignore that.
Yep.
We apologize. A lot of moving parts, and something usually gets forgotten. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
This is not a replay. This is live.
A little low in strike zone there on that one.
3-1 to Aubrey Webb. Swung on, hit into left field, but right there, Zoe Webb. So Webb put out by Webb. F7.
She hit it well, though. Good stroke there. Right. I mean, she literally did not have to move. Hit it right at her. Here's Ella. She made caught the line drive. She sang the national anthem. She's a senior. She's got it all going on tonight. It's all about Ella White right now.
Senior, singer, second baseman, alliteration, Ella White.
She really good athlete. Again, her family, great family, and she has held up the family name through the athletic program very well. She should be very proud. I know they are of her. Really good volleyball player as well. She's going to go to UCA. I think we'll find out a little bit more about that a little bit later, but I think she's going to UCA.
You're not doing PA now, but you will be doing PA.
I'll have a PA moment
after the game because we'll have some more senior day festivities.
Just following the end. There is no JV game tonight, so
okay.
If anybody's thinking about coming out, there is no JV game tonight. Just varsity. With the schedule change, everything's out of whack.
2-1 count to White. Pitch from Tucker, swung on, grounded over to the shortstop, picked up and thrown over to first. Morrow gets it in time, 6-3 for out number 2.
Nice job picking it out of the dirt. Ella almost got there.
Up next, your catcher, sophomore Jenna Carrington.
Yeah, she carries with her a really nice bat. She's got a good stick. She hits the ball hard, hits a lot of line drives, not a lot of home runs. But she can get it over the fence when the opportunity presents itself.
First pitch swinging out into center field. Buchanan tracks it down, and your Lady Cats go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on for Conway. Got it in there for you.
Thank you.
We'll head to the second here on Conway Corp.
My music is something I've always had. Growing up as a kid, my family was somewhat musical. My mom and her side of the family played guitar, and I have a lot of memories of them coming to our house growing up and playing Beatles songs as a family, and then I would learn a few chords and jump in and play along with them and that sort of thing.
Back live at Lady Cat Field, our final softball broadcast of this spring sports season. And Conway and Central scoreless after 1. Both teams going down in order.
Quick inning. Lady Cats were swinging the bat. If they found a pitch they liked, they were swinging at it. 3 pretty well hit balls. Found each one of them found a player. Sometimes you find the green, sometimes not.
Look at here, Tim Roach. You were mentioning earlier the
softball dude.
No baseball today, so the baseball Wampus Cats hanging out in right center field. got their trucks backed up.
There's no shenanigans going on out there at all. I wouldn't have any parent worried about anything.
Well, listen.
You got 3 pickup trucks. I mean, I don't know that that's legal parking.
I think
out
there's
there.
4.
There is
actually,
4.
Yeah.
Actually, there is 4. Actually, 5. There are 5 pickup trucks
you're
out
right,
there.
man. We can count.
It's great stuff, man.
Love it. Love
Glad
Wampus,
to see him here. Yep.
Wampus Cats out supporting these Lady Cats. 6A Central action today. Up next for the Lady Tigers is catcher Emery Blackwell.
Just keep pitching the way you've been pitching, Sylvia. I mean, it's get it in the zone, let your defense work behind you.
She had a strikeout in the first. First pitch swinging to Blackwell. Couldn't connect.
Yeah, up in the zone there. Might suspect, and she worked against Cabot. She had her little outside pitch moving off the corner very well. You might see something down here unless she wants to go up and see if she'll chase again. That's a good pitch.
Comes right at her for strike 2.
All right, 0-2 pitch. I'm a big fan of 0-2 not really being inside the zone there. I'm not a huge fan of base hits giving up on 0-2, so let's hope that I think that same pitch right there gets her out.
Swinging there into center field. Chased down by Aubrey Webb. And Blackwell's put away.
Aubrey is going to be playing at the next level. She's going to play for C-Arc next year. So good for Aubrey.
C-Arc, where is that?
Southeast Arkansas.
Well,
college. I mean, well, I'm just.
I could have guessed.
I don't know the name of the city. Well, I don't know. There are times when I don't know that you know that.
Okay.
Is that in Pine Bluff?
I'll try.
It's down in Pine Bluff.
In Pine Bluff.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, but I don't. I'm not going to give you a whole lot of credit for that. What are you doing?
I'm trying to tape my stuff down because the wind's picking up. But
hopefully it's not. Doesn't mean the rain's coming.
There's not a great place to tape some of this.
Good pitch there. Yeah, you hear the wind now in the field. Actually, that's okay. So there you go.
It's coming.
There's just a little bit. There's a little shower that might flow through here.
Okay.
Coming from the northwest, as my radar says. So maybe a little sprinkle. Don't know if that does anything for let our camera folks know.
Well,
I don't know if there's anything they can do with that.
Don't know that we brought the trash bags today, so.
Good pitch.
Gets Tucker swinging there. Second strikeout of the day for King.
This has been a very fast-paced game.
Sanaya Ledbetter, first baseman, up now for Central. First pitch called strike.
That is eight batters so far in the game, none of which have reached first base. So
this would be the 6th. Oh, you mean total?
Total players.
Between both teams.
Yeah,
okay.
Between both teams. I was doing the math. Good pitch.
Sylvia not being
she's being very efficient is what
she is. She's not being cute, you know. She's just
playing.
Coming right into the strike zone.
She is. That's a good way to describe it. She is not playing around. She's coming right at him. Yep.
Gets her swinging there. Second straight strikeout, third of the game for Sylvia King, and Central goes down in order again. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom half of the second coming up next on Conway Corp.
Education is all about vision. It requires commitment, investment. So we pour ourselves into Conway students and teachers, schools, and scholarships. A brighter future? Now that's powerful. Conway Corp. Always on.
Softball live today here on Conway Corp. He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert. We're heading to the bottom of the second. So far, so good for Sylvia King. She's retired 6 straight batters. But your Lady Cats went down in order in the first as well.
Yeah, they had one hard hit ball. That was their third-place hitter in the first inning. But since really, other than that, nothing really to show for it. The Lady Cats have hit the ball pretty well in their first at bat. All 3 made good contact. Aubrey, Ella, and Jenna, but nothing to show for it. Good plays by the Lady Tiger defense.
First plate appearance of the day here for first baseman Shelby Brock. Shelby, a sophomore. Takes ball 1.
The wind has definitely picked up. We started the ball game. It was absolutely still, and now it's blowing out to right field pretty heavily. Anything up in right center to right field is going to go now. And Aubrey, Shelby, in the game against Cabot, put one to the wall and left, and then hit a deep ball to the one in right. So she can go oppo.
She's got at least 2 home runs on the game. I don't know if she hit any out in the other 2 games this week,
yeah.
But that's a 4-pitch walk.
First bat runner
for Shelby Brock. So 1 on, no one out.
Coming to the plate, number 21,
As senior shortstop Amory Standridge is up.
Another senior.
Amory 9 runs batted in as of last week. Takes a ball down and inside. That's 5 straight balls now from Tucker.
Yeah, she throws. If she just tries to guide one in here, Amory can jump on it.
Swinging there, lines it into right center field, just past the second baseman. Brock rounding third, headed for home. Throw comes in, not in time. Lady Cats score first. 1-0 here in the first. RBI double from Amory Standridge.
I spoke it into existence. You're welcome, Lady Cat fans. Really nice job there by your senior Amory Standridge. Good base running by Shelby. That brings up sophomore pitcher Sylvia King.
Well, get them on, get them in. That's how you do it.
She stroked that one. That was well hit. It went all the way to the wall.
No outs and a runner in scoring position now for Sylvia King. She takes a ball inside. We were talking with assistant coach Salty Longing earlier in the year. Sylvia was, I think they said they had her in the 8 hole, and she was hitting third Friday against Cabot, swinging right up the middle into center field. Standridge comes around, she scores, and consecutive RBI doubles from Standridge and King.
Ran into the pitcher trying to cover behind the bag. I've seen that actually happen 2 or 3 times this year in baseball and softball, where the pitcher and the covering the bag and the runner who scores run into each other. So now you got a pinch runner.
That is Briar White coming in to run for Sylvia.
Another of the White clan.
Sylvia, so rudely, I was trying to say that she moved down to the 6 hole now, but she didn't give me any time to talk about that. She just promptly hit an RBI double right up the middle.
Well, having somebody in the 8-9 hole in that bottom half there really helps you turn. They can really handle the stick, can turn it over to the front half, and that's a good spot. The injury to
Megan
Wilson was the problem there. Megan has torn her ACL. I think she said she has surgery here not too long from now, but that kind of hurt that whole flow, and so they've been kind of back and forth with where they put Sylvia.
Tell ya, Augustine up now. She's down in the count 1-2. Augustine's been playing some solid third base as a sophomore. One-two, hit right back up the middle. Ava Walker chased it down. Runner will hold at third. So runners on the corners now, no outs. As Mags Williams will hit.
Pulling from Mags here. She does not get to bat much. She's getting the opportunity tonight.
So White at third, Augustine at first, and Mags trying to lay down a bunt.
Mags is sophomore, correct? I believe
That is correct, yes.
Plays a really good left field. Get an opportunity to move the runner around.
Takes a ball, evens it up at 1-1. No sign of a bunt there.
She took the bunt off for that one. Let's see if she puts it back on.
Augustine will take second. Not contested.
I believe that's, I'm not sure they give her a stolen base. I'm not sure what the official book says there. If it's, what's it called? There's a term for it. This shows my age that I've lost that thought. There's a term for when you don't throw down. It's a. You help me out here. You know what that's called, right? You don't. I'll have to look it up.
I would love to know, though. I'm very curious.
I'm going to get hammered with my friends that watch broadcasts that I can't just come out with that.
It's a walk for Williams. Loads the bases.
It's indifference. It's called catcher indifference, and they basically you give them the bag, so it's not a stolen base technically in the book, but bases are loaded this time now, which is great news.
Brings on right fielder, senior Breland Conley.
No outs, bases loaded. Your senior year, man.
First pitch up in the zone. Tucker's had some control issues here in the second.
I bet, unless it gets to 3-0, I bet if she sees one anywhere close, she's. I would if I was a senior. I'd be.
You'd be swinging out of your shoes.
I'd get in trouble. I'd get in trouble for it as well. But yeah, I'm going to be swinging if it's close. This is a great opportunity here.
Well, Tucker has only managed 2 strikes in the inning.
Yeah, boy, she looked really sharp in the first inning, and she's really lost that pitch. And, that's the thing, too. You start to see that when you see as soon as the pitch goes out, you look over at the bench. That's a sign that you kind of lost your control, your release point. Yeah.
Conley draws a walk, and that brings in a run.
Nothing close.
Second run of the inning for your Lady Cats.
All right, so now you kind of lost your release point on your pitch, and you still have the bases loaded, no outs, and you've got the top of the order. And so if you try to guide one over here, Aubrey can make you pay for it. And her first at bat, she hit a shot to left field, but right at the left fielder.
Yeah, right at Zoe Webb.
Yeah, she could find the gap here, clear the bases.
1-0 from Tucker, swung on, finds the gap in left center field. 1 run scores. 2 will score. 2 RBI double for Aubrey Webb.
Well,
Nostradamus again.
So now, I mean, sometimes you just have it. Sometimes you just have it. That's all I can tell you. She didn't clear the bases that week. They did a great job of getting to the ball before it got to the fence. Otherwise, if it gets to the fence, they do clear the bases. One last one, because Breland's fast.
Ella White grounded out to shortstop back in the first, but she's got 2 runners in scoring position. Still no outs here in the second.
Hitting can be contagious, so it's one of those things where if she sees a pitch, Ella can get it out there as well. Good eye. Didn't even bat an eye on that one. Ducks on the pond, so to speak. They've got second and third occupied. No outs. Come on, Ella.
Conley at third, Webb on second, and it's a 3-0 count to Ella White.
This is where I actually want them to throw a strike.
You think she's got the green light?
Maybe, because it's the senior privilege kind of thing. She didn't.
She did not.
But good for her. She got the strike I'm looking for. See, I'm so on fire right now. This one goes over the shortstop.
All right. Oh, no, it's a walk instead.
Shouldn't have said anything.
And bases loaded again. Still no outs. Brings on Jenna Carrington.
Number 3, Jenna Carrington.
Yeah, this is danger. right here. She guides one over here. Jenna can take it out. Wind again is blowing out to right field. It's going to hurt a little bit toward the line and left. So if you pull it, it may knock it down a bit.
First pitch gets past Blackwell. And Conley will score from third on the wild pitch. All runners advance.
Yeah. We'll clean the bag off. He's trying to find the plate at this point. He literally cannot find the plate. There it is. Breland kicked off a bunch of dust. Well, the rain never really showed up. That's good news.
That is good for our cameras especially.
Yeah.
So Webb scored. 6 runs have come across here in the inning, and Lady Cats one batter away from batting around. Swung on from Carrington. That's
what a catch.
Chased down
Holy
by Zoe
cow.
Webb, but tagging up is Aubrey Webb.
Jenna is literally in between second and first going, what in the world just happened?
First out of the inning, but an RBI sac fly
Next up to the plate, number 12, Shelby Brock.
for Carrington.
That's robbery right there. Great play by Zoe Webb.
Brock back up for the second time this inning. She led off with a walk. Got all the runs going. First pitch swinging there. Chased down by Ava Walker. And Ella White stays at second.
Next up to the plate, number 21,
Return of the Mac.
Standridge.
Do you know that song?
Yeah.
Don't act
I
like
couldn't have named it,
Don't
but
act like
I know the song. Emery Standridge back up. She had an RBI double.
I love it when baseball players and softball players choose walk-up songs that are just so old school. They drop right into the groove, man. That's Return of the Mac is one of those.
Mine was, again, this would have been like, 2004, 2005.
MC Hammer.
No. Ella White will take third on the pass ball. No, mine was Ain't Too Proud to Beg by the Temptations.
What?
Right? Exactly.
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
I know.
Look at you. Way back. The Temptations. You're the only person I know who has a Temptations walk-up song.
Another RBI here for Amory Standridge, her second of the inning.
Stay hot, Amory Standridge.
Another strong hit by Amber Standridge.
Having a good senior night.
To the plate, number 9, Sylvia.
That scored White, and the Lady Cats have put 8 across here in the second.
Hit parade continues. Just a couple of bobbles there with, Jenna Carrington's was had a pop-up from Shelby, but boy, a robbery with Jenna Carrington, I feel for her.
First pitch inside on Sylvia King, and Standard's getting off the bag quite a bit on the pitch.
Sylvia so far has how many? She has 1 home run. Does she have how many home runs? 2 home runs.
2 home runs, unless she hit one in the 2 games this week.
Again, she can get it out of here as well.
The wind is died down a little bit. It's still
floating.
Still
out
pushing a little bit.
Yeah.
2-0 pitch to King.
That's a good pitch.
Takes a strike. It's 2-1.
You know what? I like the fact that it wasn't exactly where she wanted it, so she didn't give it a run. She's wanting something probably more middle in, something to pull. Right there.
Fouls that one off. 2-2.
That was the pitch, though. That's where you want it.
Our thanks to Jeff Matthews. If you're watching on Channel 5, the replay bug is gone. This is not a replay. This is live.
Bottom of the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Full count coming up to Sylvia King.
Got it in just in time. 2s were wild across the board.
You can't let that go.
No.
It's like Justin King in Little Rock today. He sent me a picture from Wrights. Said he didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Another single up the middle. Standridge will advance all the way to third, make it a double.
Sylvie did a great job that time of seeing the ball come through towards third and took off, and not even a play at second base.
I told Justin, he said he didn't mean to go there. And I told him.
I didn't mean to go there.
I said, if you're in Little Rock, do you even have a choice at this point?
Breyer's at second, Breyer White, and that brings up Talia. Yeah, Justin's a bit of it's a little bit of a rub-in kind of deal there.
Augustine had an infield single. She came all the way around and scored here in the inning. She's one of the 8 runs.
How many have we sent to the plate now, I'm assuming?
Oh, man. This is the 13th batter.
Okay.
Fouled out of play. It's 1-1. Augustine was the 4th run to score. Hard hit out in the right center field. 2 runs going to come in for Augustine. And the hits continue. She stretches it into a triple.
Good swing that time. Boy, I was just going to say, unfortunately, I was just going to say, but didn't get it in. Big opening up the middle there, and she stroked it right through right center.
Number 17, Mags Williams.
Brings on Mags Williams again. She walked and scored earlier in the inning. So I was going to say bases clear, but that's not true because Augustine's over there at third. Oh, she thought about it. That would have been tough.
Yeah, that could have been an out there. The ball did not get away far enough. Mags had no chance to swing there. Would really love to see her to get one put in play and drive in a run.
Swinging there, that will be foul.
Okay. No real pressure here on these swings for someone who hasn't had a lot of opportunities at the plate. Go up there. We got a 10 spot on the board. Just go up there and do your thing. Just like that.
Nice little bloop into right. Oh, man, just foul.
Nice foot. 1 foot out. Good swing there. I like the thought process there, taking that pitch and just putting it out on the outside edge and driving it into right field.
Mags has been playing in the field since the injury to Megan Wilson. Not as many at-bats, though. Friday had a designated player batting in her place, but getting the at-bats today.
Good opportunity.
2-2 to Mags. Swings right back up the middle. Yeah. RBI single for Mags Williams.
Great job of hitting there on a 1-2 pitch, 2-2 pitch. Right up the middle, right where they weren't.
That's 8 hits now in the inning for your Lady Cats. And 11 runs.
Some extra signs from Coach here. We kind of wonder. I wouldn't think the bunt would be on here, but maybe something along the lines of just trying to slap at it.
First pitch is a strike. Conley walked earlier in the inning, and that brought in a run. The old RBI walk.
Yeah, that's an RBI. Why are you making it sound so bad?
Well,
it's an RBI for Breland.
Well, it wasn't batted in, but you know, it's an R balled in.
I will tell you.
Mags Williams taking off for second. She's got it.
Nice.
No indifference there.
No. Thank you for the use of the word. But it's so in the books now. She has a base hit. She has an RBI. She has stolen base. She is filling up the box score.
It's 1-1 to Conley with Williams in scoring position. That's fouled off, out of play on the left. And Tucker has a 1-2 count on Conley.
Woke up the crowd on the third base side with the one off the roof, the metal roofing here.
Way outside, Williams will take third.
Ags has had a great inning here. 2 at-bats, a walk, a base hit, an RBI, stolen base.
So great chance here for Conley to get her second run brought in.
Yeah, again, they are.
The inning.
Yeah, they are. They're kind of playing on the edges here. So, yeah, right.
Swinging, lined it right over second base. RBI single for Breland Conley.
Yeah, the middle was wide open. They're playing on the edges, so it's a great. I mean, if you're just gonna, and that's just well struck. That's right in the middle of the plate. She just hammered it.
12 runs have come across here in the second. Webb, first pitch swinging.
Pulled that one.
That is foul.
Yeah, she got the bat outlet. You got to hang back just a little bit. The pace from Hallie is not not coming in hot, so you got to kind of lay back on that back leg.
Aubrey had a 2 RBI double earlier here in the second. Takes the ball down, evens it up at 1-1. It's 12-0. 12 runs have come across here in the second. Very explosive inning for your Lady Cats.
Aubrey's really hit the ball hard every time she's had an opportunity.
Takes another ball inside. Conley heads for second. Whew. Back up.
Good back up.
Second baseman back there on the backup saved Conley from taking third as well.
Yep. That was well done by your second baseman. That's how you do it. Well, 3-1 count. Obviously, a hitter's count here. If anything that's in her wheelhouse, she'll be swinging.
Grounds it over to the right side. It gets past the second baseman. Conley will come around and score, and Webb stretches it to second base.
She never even gave a thought to anything but getting 2 there. She was off to the races. Nicely done.
13 runs now for your Lady Cats.
Recording artist Ella White at the plate.
Aubrey Webb will take third on the pass ball. Just keeps going from bad to worse for Central here in the inning.
Yeah, you know, we've seen this before, this story before. It's that third out is just hard to come by sometimes. We've scored probably, 3 or maybe 4 runs at least with 2 outs since Shelby and then somebody.
Shelby was the second out.
Okay, yeah, so it was Jenna. Jenna had the long out, great play by Zoe Webb, and then Shelby. And then since then, we've just plated everything that's come up to the plate. I mean, it's just been a parade of Lady Cats to the bag.
3-1 to Ella White, and another walk for Ella. That's 2 straight walks for the senior. Going to have a visit at the mound as Coach Donald Howard. Is that the coach? Is that the head coach?
No, that's not who I.
That's not who you got the lineup from.
No,
okay.
It was not. But they may be looking to replace here. I don't know who they have left as an arm to go. It also just could be an opportunity just to kind of shake things up, give her a little bit of a rest. It's a lot of pitches this inning, a lot of pitches.
Well, she's faced 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be the 8th batter she's faced with 2 outs.
Oh, gracious.
So
I love 2-out hitting.
Carrington is up next, and then Brock's after her. Brock was the second out of the inning.
Carrington's going to come up with a little bit of an attitude.
Yeah, she got robbed.
She got robbed. Well, I mean,
deep left field. Well, great play from Zoe Webb. Yes.
Yeah, it was a great play. It was absolutely great play. But Yeah. If you're Jenna Carrington and you're part of the Carrington family, you're going to, she got robbed. I think she got robbed. Good play. At some point in time, I don't know if it's now or not, we may try to naturally get the third out, but we're very quickly approaching that point which you step off the bag early and in the inning.
Ella White daring the throw down to first.
The cat and mouse game. I love it.
It's a 1-0 count to Carrington.
The White family is known for their competitive stance and nature.
Okay.
So there's your Wright's barbecue guy in the house.
There's my Justin King. Seen him twice today. .3-0 here to Carrington. It's a 2-out walk. Bases loaded now. Gonna have a change here, maybe?
Yeah, that's a runner for Jenna, the catcher.
Okay.
That's a typical move there.
That is number 18, Braylon Merritt.
Braylon Merritt. Bases loaded for a home run threat, Shelby Brock. She's got 2 home runs on the year that we know of. We didn't get updated stats due to the rescheduling for this week, but
Shelby Brock comes to the plate for the 3rd time this inning, lines it straight. Well, not straight to Ava Walker. Ava Walker had to chase it down.
Shelby made 2 outs this inning.
To the second baseman, both of them.
Yeah.
Wow. L4, 3rd out of the inning. 9 hits, 13 runs come across for your Wampus Cats. No error. Well, 1 error. And we had what? Bases loaded? So 3 left on base.
Yeah.
All right. Top of the 3rd coming up next here on Conway Corp.
My music is something I've always had. Growing up as a kid, my family was somewhat musical. My mom and her side of the family played guitar, and I have a lot of memories of them coming to our house growing up and playing Beatles songs as a family, and then I would learn a few chords and jump in and play along with them and that sort of thing.
Live at Lady Cat Field. Huge inning. 13 runs for your Lady Cats. And it's been a bit since Sylvia King's thrown a pitch.
Good news is she got to bat at least twice. And I think did she get to bat twice? She did, yeah.
She did.
So she's been active. It's not like the pitchers of
2 doubles.
2 doubles. Yeah, so yeah, she's been active. Yeah. So kept in the ball game really. So not a lot of just rest.
So what did we learn in that Jonesboro game? It was 15 after 3?
Yeah, it's something along those lines. I think it's different than baseball. We know that. You have to go 5 in baseball, have to go 5 innings baseball. But we were up over 15 after 2.5. So I don't know. We may be just a couple of runs shy of what it is. And I will tell you that shot from Shelby Brock would have been there. That would have cleared the bases. That was headed for the fence.
First pitch from Sylvia King's a strike. Sylvia yet to give up a hit here.
How many strikeouts does she have?
3 strikeouts.
Nice.
Across 6 batters faced.
Struck out half. It's a good percentage.
Grounder over to Ella White, the senior.
Ooh,
low throw,
pick.
but a great pick from Shelby Brock.
Great skill today. by
Saves
Shelby
the
Brown.
senior. 4-3 for out number one.
There'll be an extra piece of cake for Shelby at the senior banquet there.
I heard there's cookies.
Is it cupcakes?
Cookies.
Cookies. Oh, extra cookie.
I mean, maybe there's cupcakes too.
Cookie then. She
Don't
gets a
think
cookie.
don't think I haven't been scheming a way to get a cookie.
to get a cookie.
later.
Ella is still trying to not be embarrassed by that throw. Those of you who are my age remember Steve Sachs. And Steve Sachs had a problem. He had a mental block he went through. Great second baseman for the Dodgers. And he had a mental block throwing it from second base to that short throw right there.
Yeah.
It can be hard.
It is, yeah. It's not as easy as it looks.
Not saying that Ella has a mental block. She does not. She's a fantastic vocalist and second baseman and volleyball player and all that stuff. So that was just a quick throw. She played the second hop. She actually played it back, and I thought that was a smart move. But in softball, you don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, and I think it's even more difficult in softball because the base, the field's smaller.
Yeah, no, you don't have. That's what I'm saying. You don't have a whole lot of time. You got to go quickly with it. And when you play back and you play the bounce, and she had to really there to charge that one. That's a dicey proposition at best. So she played back. That means you got to hustle a throw, and she quick threw it. And Shelby did a great job picking it.
Sanders swinging there, 2-2 now.
And you got to count on your first baseman to pick. And that was a tough pick because it's a quick pick. I mean, you don't have a lot of time to decide where the ball is and how to go about it. So she did a great job there.
One out, 2-2 pitch from King. Swung through, strikeout number 4 for Sylvia.
Good pitch there. This will be the 9-hole hitter.
Coming to the plate, number 6, Maya Buchanan.
Don't want to jinx anything, so I won't say what's going on with what Sylvia is doing, but she's motoring through them. Good pitch.
First pitch on the inside for a strike.
She throws with really good pace, but she also has a lot of movement, and so you get that's a great mix for a softball pitcher. Fast pitch is to be able to move the ball and have some really good pace. A lot of times you get those that can throw hard, but it just naturally moves. There's not a lot of funky stuff going on, but she has the ability to throw with a really good pace, and she can move the ball around. So it's a good mix for Sylvia. And she's I think actually she was a natural outfielder until last year, and then she started getting into the pitching angle and has really developed as a pitcher. She's very, very good.
1-1 comes back inside for strike 2.
That's absolutely brutally located on the black, inside black.
I don't know if you could hear the pop like I heard it, but
yeah, that's the speed coming in. You don't want any part of that. That's right on your fist. Something to the outside now or up in the zone.
Buchanan swings through it. 2 strikeouts in the inning here for Sylvia King. That's 5 strikeouts now on the game. No runs, no hits, no errors. None left on. Led to the bottom of the third here on Conway Corp.
Gamer Gab.
Ashton likes to steal quite a bit.
It's
like
too
she's kind
soon
of a
for this.
kleptomaniac. So, what do you think that says about her as a person?
I might steal. I might steal a lot, okay? I'll admit it. But what I don't do, I don't murder people. I mean, unless they get in my way of stealing.
It is a virtual environment, so there's the opportunity to do some things you might not normally do.
Gamer Gab.
Go.
Keith Kelly. Confident that it's 15 after 3.
Yeah. Man, he came out. I mean, quiet Keith Kelly, who doesn't really say much during our broadcast. I mean, ripped off his headset and yelled it and screamed it at me that it's 15.
Aggressively.
It was aggressive with that. I don't appreciate the tone either.
It was kind of some Tim Roach behavior, if I'm being honest.
It was a little angry. It was almost Fan Tim-ish.
So I'll let you know. I mean, you know this, but this is our next to last game with Keith.
Yeah.
Next to last broadcast ever, but your last broadcast ever with Keith, and you're going to treat him like this?
No. Well, he treated me poorly. So all I did was respond in kind.
I don't know.
Yep.
Who is this out here talking to the ump?
Central has like 4 coaches. I don't know. It's not who I spoke to. They're going. Oh, they've got a new pitcher.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Number 13 in now for Central. Let's see.
And that is 13 is for them over there. Thornton. The first initial is K. That's all he gave us. But
K.
Thornton.
Hopefully she's not getting any Ks.
No, we don't want that to be symbolic of what she's going to do.
Well, no lady cat has struck out today. I'll say that.
Mr. McEwen's in the house. Mason McEwen's dad, Mark McEwen. Nick McEwen's dad. Mason and
They
Nick.
got any more on the way?
I don't know.
That's it for the McEwen clan?
I need to talk to him about that. I don't know. A couple of good ones there, though.
Was a great center, yeah.
Yeah,
Nick
a couple
was
of good ones.
great quarterback for the Wampus Cats.
If only they could have played together. Quarterback and center. The arguments that would ensue. So.
The new pitcher coming in for bottom of the third inning, Kay Thornton, number 13. Leading off for Conway, number 21, Emery.
Sun has broken through officially.
It has. Indeed.
You didn't want that, did you?
I did not, no. Well, Amory has had a performance.
The senior night has not, the senior night jinx has not gotten her. She has performed very well played.
Amory 2 for 2.
She hasn't had any chances in the field, though,
A
right?
double, single, and she's got 2 runs batted in.
Yeah, and no chances in the field, so that I'm aware, that I can remember. Have they put any to the shortstop? I don't think they have.
No, not at all.
Not a lot of contact out there.
5 of their 9 batters have struck out, so haven't been many opportunities. .1-0 pitch up in the zone for ball 2.
Warm-up pitches for Kay Thornton were inconclusive on the ability.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see here. I mean, she struggled to get the warm-up pitches, but that sometimes is not indicative of what you do once you get somebody over there. But
And if you believe Keith Kelly, which I do,
yeah,
we're 2 runs away
from
the game being over. The broadcast will not end, though, because we've got more senior day things going on.
I'm going to believe
You're going to have to move down a little bit, Tim, when that happens.
Yeah, I think maybe that cord will reach. It may not.
Strike called there. Keeps the at-bat alive for Amory Standridge.
She's probably very grateful for that. Doesn't want to walk here over this score. You want a chance to swing the bat here.
She swings indeed. Lines it right through the first baseman's legs. And Standridge reaches.
That's the unique thing here about softball, too, by the way. You hit one really hard to right field, you can get thrown out at first.
Yeah.
All right. Nice job that time. Amory's now is 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
Wow. Great senior night.
A double and 2 singles. Sylvia King 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Her first pitch holds off for ball 1.
Saw Emily Zimmerman in the house, volleyball player. Lots of folks here that are.
Get a bat in her hand.
Yeah, no kidding, boy. I mean, there's no doubt she could play.
Standridge at first, no outs. Pass ball there, and Standridge will take second. It was a called strike.
It was. And I thought it was a pretty good pitch. I mean, he's to the point where if it's really close, we're at that spot now where if it's close, you're going to have to swing it.
But that puts Standridge in scoring position for Sylvia.
She throws another one there, it's going to be clobbered.
That one's outside, ball 2. Yeah, 13-0. Lady Cats on top here in the bottom of the third. Pitch to Sylvia. That's outside for ball 3. Standridge takes third on the pass ball. She'll hold there. A good backup by Zoe Webb. Excuse me, that's not Zoe Webb anymore in left field. That is Cameron Triplett, I believe.
Well, and she was trying to hit Coach Hickey. That's totally inappropriate. The throw went a little wide. She was not trying to throw it, Coach. Just jesting.
3-1 inside, and it's a walk for Sylvia King.
I'll tell you this. Talia hits the ball like she hit it last time. This one will be over with.
She's also 2 for 2. Infield single and a 2 RBI triple in her last at bat.
Briar White coming in
White, number 7, coming in
to run it first.
For pitcher Sylvia King, coming to the plate, number 10, Talia Augustine.
She smoked the ball into right center. I think her last at bat.
Yeah, she did, yep. Yep, she did. I don't know how many bounces it was before it hit the fence, but it wasn't many.
No, it was hard hit. With the speed of Briar at first base, that might do it if she could just get it here.
Augustine shows bunt, pulls back in time. White will take second. In comes Standridge from third.
The old double steal.
So 14 runs scored now for your Lady Cats. Another ball there, and White will take third.
All right. You know, normally you wouldn't steal home on a pass ball here, but if it helps get the ball game to a close, you probably would do that.
3-0 count to Augustine. And she draws the walk. Runners on the corners now for Mags Williams. Mags walked in her first plate appearance in the second. Had an RBI single, second time up.
Yeah, did great. Had stolen base. It was the Mags Williams show for just a little bit there.
So White at third, Augustine at first. No outs for Mags Williams. Augustine will steal second, or indifference there maybe.
Catcher indifference.
Well, she may not really have had an opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know.
Had to block that one.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to go down as a wild pitch and a stolen base.
Ball 2 comes across. Augustine thought about it. Or excuse me,
Briar.
That's Briar White.
What did I say about the Whites being competitive? That was, a chance to get the bag, you bet. Good decision, though, to climb back to third base. Talia was 3/4 of the way to third base as well, so good decision.
So White at third, Augustine at second. No outs to Mags. And ball 3 in the dirt.
Mags is batting in the 8 hole. That will bring up Breland if she gets on.
Our man Justin King shaped up our shot a little more. Looking good.
He's whiz-bang is what he is. He's a whiz-bang.
Third straight walk for your Lady Cats. And the bases are loaded for Breland Conley. She had an RBI walk and an RBI single, both in the second inning.
Senior, again with the bases loaded. It's twice for her. No outs. I think it's what she came up with last time was bases loaded, no outs.
That's right. Called strike. The upper outside edge.
In the expanded zone. It's okay. I can appreciate that more than most.
I've started following some accounts on Instagram that highlight major league at bats, and it's. I know it's not all that bad, but it's It's interesting.
Did you see where Hunter Wendelstadt threw out your
yes,
your
it was hilarious
when the fan was yelling.
It was it was swing there from Breland Conley makes it 1-2. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It's hilarious. But Aaron Boone deserves some of that, though. I'm in the school that he's thrown out more than any other manager in Major League Baseball.
Not a great reputation for that. I'll give him that.
Yeah. So he earned that one probably.
1-2 pitch up in the zone, evens it at 2-2.
Yeah, she swung through the pitch. It's coming in there not as hot as even what Hallie was going out there with, and so she swung through a pitch. She's got to wait on it a little bit if she gets one in the zone.
White comes in from third. 15 runs come across for your Lady Cats, and that will finish this 6A Central game. Briar White scoring from third. 15-0 victory for your Conway Lady Cats. Conway moves to 14-7-1 overall, 9-2 in 6A Central play. We'll hang around for a bit here as we get ready for some more Senior Day festivities, but we'll take a break first here on Conway Corp.
At Conway Corp, we've been committed to meeting the changing water needs of this community since 1930 and are poised to once again make the necessary changes to meet future needs. Our engineering team is working on an expansion of the Roger Q. Mills water treatment plant in Northwest Conway. It was built in the 1960s with a 1 million gallon daily capacity and has expanded several times to reach the current capacity, which is 24 MGD. Plans are in place to expand to 32 MGD. Now, in addition to this expansion, our crews are working on 2 other projects that will help meet the needs for decades to come of this community. One is a parallel line from Brewer Lake, our city's water source, that will go to the water treatment plant, and the other is a long-term plan to receive more water from Greer's Ferry Lake. We're dedicated to providing clean, safe water for current residents and for all Conwegians that will come after us. Conway Corp, always on.
Back live here at Lady Cat Field.
We need all senior parents, family members, players to go to the third base foul line at third base.
PA Tim has appeared.
Yeah.
He's entered the chat.
Into the chat with a different hat.
We got all 3 of our Tims today. Got our money's worth on your last broadcast of the season.
Keith Kelly was right.
He was right. He said he was certain about it, and I believed him the whole time.
Man, he was sold on that, man. He was sold on that notion. Yeah, senior night festivities continue. We got 5 seniors to celebrate. This is, again, coming from a former Lady Cat parent. This is a great moment. You get to walk with your daughter or your family member, the player does, and from third base all the way home. And just a great moment for the seniors to get a chance to have that one final walk. Now, they do have some more home games. They have a couple more home games, but again, obviously you see with weather what it does, so you have to get it in.
Have a game tomorrow scheduled at Greenwood. Not sure if they're going to play that one or not.
Is Greenwood coming here?
It's supposed to be here, yeah.
Okay.
Coach Hickey said she was going to be making a decision later tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a deal. The weather's going to be trouble tomorrow, and so it's going to be iffy, but.
They've got Bryant at home a week from Friday, and I'm trying to pull up the rest of the schedule. You said Sheridan at the end.
I think it's Sheridan at the end, and a non-conference game as you kind of get ready to go. She likes to play a non-conference game as you get ready to go into the state tournament.
So if they still play Greenwood tomorrow, there's 3 more opportunities to see your Lady Cats at home. If not, 2 left.
It all depends on Mother Nature. At this point, I'll wait on Coach Hickey to give me the high sign to go into PA Tim.
5 seniors being honored tonight: Aubrey Webb, Breland Conley, Amory Standridge, Ella White, and manager Mia Webb.
I've been, I've been blessed to be a part of a lot of senior nights over my years of being PA for various sports. It's just a great night for the parents, for the families, for everyone that's been engaged with these senior players, because it is a thing. Athletics is not like it was when I was growing up. You got through with your sport, you just went home, did whatever. This is a year-round deal for most sports now. Softball, baseball, definitely basketball, absolutely. Football has even gotten to where you play 7-on-7, and it's all day, every day, and it's a lot on these parents and their guardians, their grandparents, whomever is really kind of taking primary role with the kids. They have to be a lot of places at a lot of times, and it's a lot of money. It's just it's a good chance to celebrate that whole effort.
Big commitment, not just for the players.
No.
All the way around.
Gosh, yeah, no. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is senior night for the Lady Cats 2024. We have 5 seniors to celebrate. Let's start off with senior Breland Conley. She's being escorted tonight by her parents, Beth and Adrian Conley, and brother Baylor Conley. Breland has been a member of the Lady Cats softball team for 4 years, and she is a 4-year letterman. She plans to attend UCA in the fall and major in psychology. Her greatest softball memory is the team making it to the state championship her freshman year and having the opportunity to play in it. If she could pass on one thing to the classes below her, it would be have confidence and communication. Those are key. Always give your best effort. Be a leader and uplift those around you. That is senior Breland Conley. Next up is senior Amory Standridge. She is being escorted tonight by her parents, Trey and Christy Lightfoot. Amory has been a member of the Lady Cats softball team for 4 years, and she is a 4-year letterman. She plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas in the fall and major in chemistry with the hopes to be an orthodontist. Her greatest softball memory is scaring Coach Hickey any chance she could with a fake or real frog. If she could pass along one thing to the classes below her, it is to cherish the time you have in high school, because it will end, and the end will be here before you know it. That is senior Amory Standridge. Next up is senior Aubrey Webb. She's being escorted tonight by her parents, J.D. and Mandy Poole, and her brother, Carter. Aubrey has been a member of the Lady Cats softball team for 4 years, and she is a 3-year letterman. She plans to attend Southeast Arkansas in the fall and major in business, and as we said earlier, she will be playing softball there. Her greatest softball memory is going to the state finals her freshman year, and also her trip to Fayetteville just recently. If she could pass on along one thing to the classes below her, it would be to have fun and be nice to your teammates and enjoy every moment with them. That is senior Aubrey Webb. Next up is senior Mia Webb. She's being escorted by her grandparents, Linda and Jerry Snuggs. Mia has been a member of the Lady Cats softball team for 1 year, and she is the manager for the Lady Cats. She plans to attend UCA in the fall and major in studio art with a concentration in photography. Her greatest softball memory is going to Fayetteville and watching the talent show. If she could pass along one thing to the classes below her, it would be to have fun and be friends with everyone. They will always be there for you. That is senior Mia Webb. And finally, our last senior tonight is Ella White. She's being escorted by her parents, Angie and Todd White. Ella has been a member of the Lady Cats softball team for 4 years, and she is a 4-year letterman. She plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas in the fall and major in occupational therapy. Her greatest softball memory is beating Bryan 11-10 in extra innings her sophomore year. If she could pass along the one thing to the classes below her, it is do not let the little things bring you down. Stay positive and have fun. This sport is more than just a game. Make the most of it because it goes by quick. That is senior Ella White. Those are your senior Lady Cats for 2024. Congratulations to all of our senior Lady Cats. While we take some photographs on the field, there are some displays, I believe, and items for the seniors. If you want to view those, they're around the press box. Again, a great senior night. Thank you for coming out. Have a safe trip home. There is no JV game tonight. And this ends the festivities for senior night 2024.
There you go, Tim Roach. 15-0 win for Conway over Central here on Senior Day. Our final softball broadcast of this spring sports season. We'll have one more broadcast next Friday, so a week from this Friday, over at the baseball field as the Wampus Cats will take on Bryant. That's May 3rd. That'll be our final Diamond Sports broadcast of the year.
And you'll do it without me.
I will do it without you. I don't want to do it without you.
Let me say that Nash, my son Nash, is his master's graduation, or I would be here. But I told Nash that I would be there for him, and so that's why I would choose them. I would do that anyway. Congratulations to Nash.
Yes, congrats to Nash. Yeah. Man.
That's going to be a great game. The Central game, that's a tough game. I mean, the Bryant game is going to be a tough ball game. It doesn't matter if there's anything up for grabs in terms of positioning. They'll it's Conway Bryant. It doesn't matter.
All right, so this is your last opportunity to say anything on Conway Corp until football.
You know, our crew is I know our crew is a great crew, and thanks to everybody for making this year just an unbelievable year. We've had a lot of great moments this year. Looking forward to getting back into the football season. That's going to be a great deal. Already, it'll be year 2 under Buck James, and so I'm looking forward to seeing all of you again this fall.
All right, Tim Roach, we'll see you again in August. But the rest of you, we'll see again Friday, May 3rd, as Conway takes on Bryant over at Wampus Cat Field. Our thanks tonight to Keith Kelly directing, Jenna Kelly on the scoreboard, Justin King handling our social media, Dewey Farmer and David Tooley on cameras, Kara Kirby monitoring the stream back at Conway Corp HQ. And our thanks to field producers Wayne Bailey, Ashton Brown, Javon Massey, getting everything all set up. It was an interesting affair today for Senior Day. Had to run some extra cables out there for Ella White to sing. And our thanks, as always, to executive producer Jeff Matthews. He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert. I'll see you again a week from Friday here on Conway Corp.